Okay, hello there. This is the Wireless Zone with, let's do some musical vlogging here. We could kind of play what we're feeling, and you know, let me play you a little song I wrote. I can feel like away from everyone I know. Always, I can way out from your life. I will fall. You can try. Know it's hard something like that. I just woke up. I was just making up the lyrics and kind of making up the melody. But I kind of had a rough melody. I was practicing a few times the other day, and well, kind of like figuring out what I wanted to play. And so I'm back on my goals here. I kind of fucked up with my two. I'll call them my ex-girlfriends now. Hopefully, they're still my girlfriends. And we'll see. I mean, I'll be checking my emails in the next 15 days. I'm thinking of turning off the notifications for YouTube. But there's this lawyer. I made this video about it last night, but I deleted it. It just didn't sit right with me. This lawyer is just a personification of evil. And he's so slippery. He comes down in the grassroots like he's part of the movement. And his whole shtick is that he has fucking police brutality videos. He's a defense lawyer for police brutality. Okay, and I'm back on my goals. This is partially why. Partially because I fucked up with everyone. I just fucked up. I was emotional. I was insecure, and my goals helped me. They help me in a certain way that's not obvious. They help me psychologically. It's not. I'm not just saying it's an effect of the health. Don't get drunk and you'll be smarter. It's not just that. It's that you have a certain pride. That's the point I'm trying to make. When you're following your goals, it raises your self-esteem. You have more self-respect. It's not just, oh, you get it. So anyway, I'm watching this lawyer last night, and I just hate the guy's face. I can't think of why I hate this guy. Why do I, this guy, everything he's saying is so perfect, and I love everything he's saying, but why do I hate him so much? I can't figure it out. And he's showing these videos of police brutality, and everyone's saying, yeah, the police are just another gang, and I'm going, yeah, that's right, that's right, that's right. And then, um, and then I remember, what's this guy's motive? His motive is to put the really bad cops who are so bad that they expose the whole system uh, out into the limelight so that they get caught, and so that the rest of the cops stick to gang stalking. He wants it to be done in the shadows. I imagine this guy with a boner so throbbing that it touches his belly button, and he's saying to the cops, "Look, when you punch that old woman in the head, I'm in public watching, and I have to tuck my erection up under my belt, and so the least you can do is do that to her off body camera, because you're giving the police a bad name, and if you do that, then you're jeopardizing my job security too. Okay, is that guy gonna is that grassroots human rights lawyer? Is he gonna take a TI as a client? Is he gonna take a real victim as a client? No. So what's his whole motive then? Public relations. He's a PR specialist for the police, because if the police have bad enough public relations, there could be a huge revolution where the whole system gets destroyed, and he needs to protect the system, and that's why I hated that guy, and I couldn't figure it out, and then suddenly I was like, oh right, that's right, he's a snake. And so that the evil in the world is so evil. There's so many evil, and evil is stupid people in the world. I just had to go back on my goals, and I'm tired of being thirsty all the time. Eating cooked food, not really drinking water whenever you needs to your body's necessity. You're always thirsty. When you take a shit, it hurts. I mean, it's not good. You have to be hydrated. You gotta drink it all your mom's bubblies. It's not right. I chugged a 2 liter bottle of cream soda like it was nothing. Just like I was so thirsty. And I didn't really have to quit the water fast. I'm not really sure what happened. It would be good for me to reflect on that. But I learned a couple things that are necessary. One is that I can drink 6 liters a day, because that's, I think, what I'll need for the second and third week. The first is that I can go 2 weeks without masturbating, and that's what I'll need for the water fast as well. So I've proven I can do all the things I need to do. And then it's just dealing with the naysayers. I think as long as I keep my cool, I can do that. So today I'm using the wireless system again, which I've never used the Shure SM11 on the wireless, so I think that's going to be pretty cool. And I mean, that's about it. I'm thinking of turning off the notifications on my YouTube, just because there's so many Nazis. And the thing about Nazis is they're really psycho. It's hard to imagine that they exist, but they do exist. I had a difficult time not hating them yesterday. I made a video where I walked in the store and I was like, "Excuse me, stupid," to one of them, and I just couldn't say enough bad things about them. I had a dream about it too last night, where I was trying to prove it to people. I was like, "Look, there's one of them. There's one of them." And I heard someone talking about this the other day, and I had known about it for a while, but it wasn't exactly clear to me. It was called Operation Paperclip, and that was basically Paperclip reminds me of something so nonchalant. Like they brought the Nazis to America after the end of the war to teach them how to teach the Americans how to do gang stalking, and now it's evolved. I mean, that's one of the things I really hate about them, how cowardly they are. How they're still Nazis, but like the end of Inglorious Bastards with Brad Pitt and that one guy with long name, I forget his name. He plays a Nazi, but he like gives up his other Nazis in exchange for his freedom. And Brad Pitt's like, "I bet you're gonna take off your Nazi suit when you get to your new country." But I'm gonna cut a Nazi symbol in your forehead so that you can't ever take it off. These people should have literal Nazi swastikas tattooed on their forehead. Like, otherwise, I've seen someone in my local city here, like, with a Nazi tattoo on their hand. I think a couple, they both had Nazi tattoos. I think I don't remember if the girl had one, but the guy definitely had one. The girl had tattoos too, I think, but maybe she didn't. But she was definitely with him. I mean, but anyways, I've heard of people getting their racist tattoos removed too. Whereas, like tattoo artists will cover them up, or tattoo removal places will remove them for free. But anyways, the fact that they don't wear Nazi signs on their clothes is just the most it's just so cowardly. Like it's like it's even more cowardly. The only thing more cowardly than being a Nazi is being a Nazi and pretending that you hate Nazis. That's like so. It's like not only are you pretending you're not a Nazi, you're pretending you hate Nazis. Like it's so cowardly, and I fucking hate these people. Um, like they're so. If you had to write a caricature, if you had to write a fictional novel, and you had to describe what kind of person would be a Nazi and pretend like they hate Nazis, and that's how they get away with it. What would their physicality look like? What would their eating habits? What would their mannerisms look like? Would they be a really nice, polite person? Would they hold the door open for you? Like what kind of mannerisms would they have? Like you can really imagine. You can see it in the gang stalkers. They drive like a really like they're like vroom, vroom, like driving, revving their car, revving their motorcycle. And yeah, so I've been pretty discouraged. I don't really know why I quit the water fast the first time. Today would be day 9 if I didn't quit. And that kind of irks me. Uh, uh, so I'm doing it a little bit different this time. I'm drinking 4 liters a day for the first week instead of 6, and then I'm gonna bump it up to 6 the second week. And I think that might be something that makes a difference. And otherwise, I think I've felt, I don't know, just about, maybe I should talk about politics a little bit. So Trump is like, oh, I don't like Netanyahu anymore. Oh, sick. He's gross. But I'll still give him all the money to do the war crime. Hey, we'll still starve those babies in Gaza. Still give him all the money to do all the war crimes. But I just won't talk to him anymore. Yeah, I don't. I don't think it means anything that he doesn't talk to them. What matters is that he's getting the money. Why is Trump doing that? Well, I don't know. Uh, is he blackmailed or does he even need to be blackmailed? One of the two. He's either blackmailed because he's friends with Epstein, because he's done some dirty things, or because he doesn't need to be blackmailed. I mean, is it worse to be friends with Epstein or to commit a genocide on babies? What's the difference? Is there really that much of a difference? Could you really say, well, I don't know if he. Yeah, but he's committing a genocide on babies. He's giving Netanyahu the money to commit a genocide on babies. Now Biden and all those guys, all of them, they're all the same. They're all the same club. So fuck all those people. Those people are scary monsters. That's just my opinion. Some people, one person I listen to says, no, Trump's good. He's just being lied to. He doesn't know any better. I've also thought maybe he can't do anything. Maybe he's not blackmailed, but if he tries to do anything, he'll be killed right away, and he knows it. And whoever replaces him will be killed, and whoever replaces him will be killed. Yeah, that's a possibility. Kind of doubt it, but I don't know. I don't really, I don't really care. I don't think it matters whether he's good or not, because I think that the reason why these things happen is because of the common people. I think it takes a whole society Takes a whole village to do a war crime. Everyone's complacent. Everyone goes along to get along, and that's the system of the world. And so, unless there's enough people who are against it, unless the majority of people are actively, vehemently, I don't know the word, sorry, vehemently, causing ruckus against it, I don't think anything's going to happen. And with gang stalking, I think most people are against it actually. I'd like to condemn the world. I'd like to say that the world forces you to be either a TI or a gang stalker. But I think that, and the world sucks, and the whole world system sucks, and only the very few are not part of it, and everyone else is retarded except for us. I'd like to say that to some extent it seems true. 80% of geniuses go to the mental hospital. If there's any genius in a certain field who has work that's contrary to the establishment, they're locked in prison literally for the rest of their life, deemed as insane. Maybe not so much in the West, but in a communist country for sure. And unless you target people, you're going to get targeted. And if you're innocent and you don't like targeting people, you're going to be targeted. So the only way not to be targeted is to join them. You can't beat them, so you better join them. Just like Agent Smith says in The Matrix, you can't beat us, so join us. And so everyone joins. The whole world system is just joining in, just to not get targeted. That's all the world system is. The majority of people do it. And the other kind of suspicion I have is that most people do not like the genocide. Most people do not like Nazis. And most people also have made this vocal. Most people have declared that they do not like this, but due to gang stalking, there's no possibility for anyone to make any difference. Because if anyone in any position of gatekeeping tries to do something about it, says, okay, I'm the representative of the people say they don't like it, so I'm going to make a difference here. If anyone in that position says anything, that person will be gang stalked. And so therefore nothing happens, and the majority of the world is actually on our side and is actually getting better, improving, getting smarter and more conscious and more human, and they're not just soulless drones. They're real people, goddammit, and they do care about us. And they wish they could help, but they're trying, but they have no voice. Their protests are as meaningless as a piece of dust blowing against the side of a tank. It doesn't mean anything. You can say anything you want. They don't give a fuck. The oligarchs don't give a fuck. They just let you complain so that they can watch it and masturbate to it. They don't care. Whatever you say, whatever your opinions are. So that's another perspective. But it's evil out there. Maybe even that lawyer who I was talking shit about, maybe he wishes he could help, but he can't help. But you know what? I saw I posted it on my posts on YouTube, and this guy was mowing the lawn, and the police came and they arrested him. They said, you can't mow this lawn because I don't know why, it was this old lady's lawn. You know how those guys go, hey, can I mow your lawn for free? I'll put it on my YouTube. It'll be viral, so I'm not going to charge you. People are like, yeah, sure. So he does this for this old lady. He has her permission. And the city is going to charge her. She can't do it. The city's going to fine her for not mowing her lawn. And so when police come and arrest him, and she's crying. She's like, no, I gave him permission. And the police are like, she can't give you permission because she has... this doesn't really make sense to me. I don't really understand this. She has so many fines that you're not allowed to mow her lawn. I really didn't understand how it worked, but basically they arrested him. They let him go, and they threatened they'd arrest him again. He said he was going to come back and do it again, and he's going to get arrested again if they had to. And in the top comments, one of the top comments was, "I guarantee you that someone in her neighborhood wanted to acquire her house." I was like, "Oh wow, that's not the comment I was expecting." But that totally reminded me of gang stalking. Well, why did I bring that up though? I don't know. Oh yeah, yeah. But another comment was, I used to be a cop, and I quit because it was so fucked up. And that reminds me of that lawyer. Like, if you are not a psychopath, you'd probably have to quit. Would you want to keep that a secret? Like, you have real victims of war crimes. Your whole shtick is that you expose the police brutality because you're grassroots humanitarian. And the real crimes are happening and you know about them and you won't even put it on your YouTube channel. Fuck you. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Fucking piece of shit. Fuck you, dude. Fucking. I don't want to say it. Anyways, yeah, that guy's prick gets so hard it touches his belly button when he sees an old woman get punched in the face. That's what I think of that guy. Yeah, humanitarian. So I'm pretty comfortable. I got enough sleep. Why did I bring my fast the first time? You know what? I had these two messages. I was really doing my best. Here's the other thing. And I wasn't getting any feedback from any women who I liked. But I actually just didn't check my messages, and I had two messages from two of my favorite girls. And had I done that, I can almost basically guess that I would have had the motivation to finish my fast. I can almost basically guess that. And fuck you if you say, "Oh, just love yourself." No, you're no one until someone loves you. Okay, you need someone else to love you, and then you can love yourself. Okay, it works like that. Okay, fuck you if you think otherwise. And now I messaged them back, but I was all mentally scattered. I was having a crisis when I messaged them. I think I probably turned them off. And so I'm dealing with that. I'm fasting right now with the hope that they're going to be there the next time I check my messages. And, but also with the uh, preparation that, you know, that they're not, that they don't like me anymore. Yeah, isn't that sad? But even still, it's coming from within myself, like to do a water fast, to take care of myself, to have the self-respect and the pride, and also the hydration, because I've been tired ever since I stopped drinking enough water. I've been so thirsty all the time. Now that I know the difference, at a certain point, you get so dehydrated, you actually lose your sense of thirst. Now that I have it back, I'm like, God damn, I could fucking just drink and drink and drink. So, whatever happens with those girls, I'm better off doing my best. And so, is that why I quit? Because I didn't have enough love? Was it all the gang stalkers mobbing me? I don't know. Was it just pure laziness? Was it just pure weakness? I just wasn't weak enough, or wasn't strong enough. I don't know. I don't know. Lots of people try quitting smoking 5 times or something. They get it on the fifth. You keep trying. Like, I fucking want to do this. You know, I fucking want to do this. Everyone's telling me, "Oh, don't do it, don't do it." Well, not everyone, but it's. No, I take that back. Not everyone is. Very few, very. It's actually not common that anyone tells me not to do this. So thank you for watching. 24 minutes. could be I just didn't get enough sleep. I was tired when I broke my fast. That was one of the things I warned myself. You don't get enough sleep, you're not thinking correctly. I was about 2 or 3, or maybe 2 or 3 hours short on sleep. That makes a lot of difference. So that I bet that has something to do with it. And I really gotta figure out how am I gonna not make that mistake again, because when you can't just force yourself to go to sleep. Uh, I think I have a method planned for that. I'm not gonna talk about that right now, just because you never know who's watching. They might not like it, but I think I have a mechanism around that now. And I almost smells like smoke in here. Wonder if the tenant is smoking again. Huh. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on day 2. And remember, if I might turn off my notifications, in which case, if you comment, I won't see it. And I might just do that for a while, just to get through the vulnerable period. Again, I'm not quite sure what made me fail the first time. And it could have been all the hate I was getting. So, so I might turn off the comments, maybe not. I don't know.